Okay, anybody here for the first time? I mean, in this set of classes? Yeah, there are a few. So I'll just briefly reiterate what this 10-week series is, and this is the third meeting of it, okay? And you don't have to come to every one, and you don't have to come sequentially, but it's good to have an understanding of what it is. So this is on Qigong and Dharma. So there will be both Taoist teachings or practices and Buddhist teachings and meditations. Okay? And the format for this particular set of classes is the elements, the 6 elements of the Mahayana Buddhism. Okay, and there's different lineages of spiritual traditions have different ideas about what the elements are. But in this one, this is the Zen, and there are 6, and those are earth. So earth, water, fire, air, space, and consciousness. Okay, so we're doing those in order. So the first meeting was an overview. The second meeting, which was last week, was focusing on earth. And this meeting is focusing on water. And then we'll go through the others until we have all 7. And then we'll all levitate and sort of flow down. But we'll come back, so it's okay. Any questions or comments about that? Okay, 2 other things. One, there's a lot of content in these classes. And if you're overwhelmed by it, just let it go. And whatever speaks to you will stay. And the rest of it, just let it go. Okay? However, because of that, if you would like to have a meeting with me either just before the class or just after the class, I'll be available. I'll be available 15 minutes before and 20 minutes or so after, if you have questions or comments. Okay. And the other thing is, there will be in this space on March the 15th a half-day Qigong and Dharma retreat, which is going to be taught by myself and Qigong master Don Coleman, who many of you may know. If you remember, if you're old timers here, he had the Tai Chi studio on Atwood Ave for about 15 years, he and his wife. So he's an amazing teacher. And then we also have Suzanne Kilkus, who is a Dharma teacher in the Open Door Zen Sangha that meets here. So there'll be three teachers, because you really need to be exposed to different teachings, in my opinion. Okay? If you want more information on that retreat, just email me. If you don't have my email, tell me at the end and I'll get you. Okay? All right? Everybody cool? Okay. Let's stand. If you would like to bring your own yoga mat or piece of carpet or whatever, there's blankets in the back, there's a yoga mat in the back, please feel free to use them, because we will be doing a fair amount of standing. Okay. So just drop into your meditative standing posture. Adjust the width of your feet so it's comfortable. Let your belly be very relaxed. It's useful, I think, at the end of the day. So let's lift up our shoulders really, really high so it's very uncomfortable. And feel that, and notice your breathing. Okay, so now on the count of 3, let's drop our shoulders. 1, 2, 3. Notice your breathing. So at any time, if you just roll your shoulders, lift and drop your shoulders, any time during the day, that will release tension in your body. That will release tension in your mind. And they know me at the supermarket because I'm the weird guy who walks around rolling his shoulders. But I'm smiling, so it's okay. So that's just a good way to begin. We don't have to just immediately, okay, I'm going to do Qigong, get into the pose. It's like slide into the pose. Relax, move your body a little bit, and let it fall into its natural stance. And then when you feel the bottoms of the feet, you'll know that you're in a good stance if you can feel the whole foot. Not the arch, of course, but you can feel the whole foot on the ground. The other thing that we often do in this particular culture is we walk around like this because we're always leaning into the future, what we want. We're always kind of subconsciously doing it. So if you just tuck your chin a little bit, and you'll notice that'll open your cervical spine here a little. Just drop the chin just a little bit. And then that serves to create a vertical alignment in the whole system. And when you're standing in a relaxed way, your arms will naturally bend a little bit at the elbow. And your wrist will bend a little, and your fingers won't be straight. They'll kind of, so everything will be relaxed. So this is a standing meditation posture. And if you do have a sitting meditation practice, try standing first, just like you are. Just stand, set your timer for 10 minutes or something, and just stand. And then do your sitting meditation. And see what effect that standing has on your sitting. You'll find that it's really profound, actually. The reason being, it takes more body awareness, it takes more effort to stand than to sit. So there's less chi, there's less energy available for the mind to be running when we're standing than when we're sitting. And so as we mentioned last time, so this is earth. The name of this is Standing Mountain. So a mountain is sort of the epitome of the earth element. And on this one we focus on the out-breath, because that drops us, that relaxes us. The in-breath is the energizing breath, the out-breath is the relaxing breath. So we're standing, and at the same time we're relaxing our muscles. Counterintuitive. Relax a little more with each out breath. Okay, so just be comfortable standing. So our conditioning is that in order to be comfortable, you have to sit or lie down. So we're letting that go and saying we can be comfortable standing. So the water element symbolizes flow, impermanence, movement through form. So a liquid can take the form of any container. And right now, some of the water on this planet is in the container of your body. It wasn't in your body a week ago, and it won't be in your body a week from now, but right now it is. And so the water is moving through this body. It's moving through living forms. Water is moving through living forms. And water itself is transforming. So if we look at a cloud floating along in the sky, we may think the cloud is beautiful, we may love the cloud, and then the cloud will disappear and become rain. The rain will fall and go into the creeks and streams and rivers, eventually become the ocean, become vapor, become a cloud again, maybe it'll become snow. And it's been doing this transformation through forms for billions of years. And that's what it does. So to be one with the water element is to realize the flowing, impermanent nature of reality, including this being. This being is more of a process than it is a thing. Okay, very good. So let's feel with the in-breath, let's sit down, point to the ground, then point toward the body, in-breath, bringing the attention up the middle of the body where we're pointing. Eyes follow the hands. Look up, look up, look up. Extend, stretch a little. Okay. With the next out breath, down. Okay, rest. Point to the ground. In breath. This is tree and spring. So the water in the ground is rising up through the tree, as is going to happen in a month or two. Out, up, out. And then your out breath, come down. Okay, repeat with your own breath. Begin the upward with an in-breath and then breathe normally. When you get to the very top, you're looking up, then wait for the out breath, and then the palms go down, and then breathe normally. So we're doing the dance of the flow of water on this planet. It goes up the tree, out, goes out the leaves, out into the atmosphere, goes out into the wind, comes back down, goes back down into the earth. In-breath. The water's always moving, just as the body is always moving as we do this movement. Very good. So the mind follows where the fingers are pointing, the attention, that is. Fingers are pointing toward the body. The attention is moving up inside the body. Then
out the top of the head, then up into the cosmos, and then out all around. At the very top, you can smile just a little bit. So one with the water element. And its cycle. Let's do two more. Very good. Then just come back to standing when you're done. Great. The next one, we're going to do the waterfall. So we'll put our attention to the crown of our head here. And then with the out breath, let the chin drop, let the chest cave in, let the shoulders roll forward and the arms hang. And now as we start to bend, we're going to put our attention on the vertebrae going down the spine. You get all the way down, bend the knees, and if you can touch the floor, and then just rest. Check that your feet are still flat on the floor. And notice the open spine. Okay, and then as we come up, so in breath, we go into tree and spring now. Okay, let's do the waterfall again then. Bring the attention to the crown of the head. Slowly drop the chin. And feel the neck vertebrae. And feel each vertebrae as it opens as you go down. The spine is being very relaxed, opening. Good. Now let's come up together. Now the attention starts at the base of the spine and moves up as you rise. And just as you're about to lift the head, then the hands begin. Good. And let's do one more waterfall. Tension goes down the back. When you get to the bottom, you can sort of turn left and right a little bit. You can stretch the sides. Okay, and let's come up slowly. Your tension's on the lower spine, and then moving up. Then the attention is in the middle of the body. Opens up the crown, and then out all around, all around. Okay, good. Next one, let's put the left foot forward and the right foot back at an angle. And so we're gonna, if you do Tai Chi, you know this. So we're just gonna rock front to back, shift the weight. So we're gonna sink down on the back. Yeah. This is fundamental to martial arts. Okay. Good, good. Now with the hands, as we go forward, start with the hands back. Throw the hands forward. Good. We're really not moving the arms very much, but the momentum of the body is moving the arms. Yeah. Okay, now, up, sit back, push, back. This is called the ocean wave. Sit back. If you have a chance to be on the beach by the sea, please do this. It's so cool. And it attracts pelicans. Okay? So you could just, you can abbreviate it here, but this is push and then back. You can just keep rocking like this if you want, it's fine. The whole movement is up, sit back, push, back. Sit back. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or just repeat 1, 2. The ocean wave. And again, the motion comes from nature. So if you're by the sea and you're doing this, you drop into harmony with the sea because you're doing the same thing. It's also useful to know in these times that when the wave goes forward, that's progressive. But then when it backwashes, that's regressive. And they come as pairs. Okay. Good. All right, now let's switch. So, and it's the same thing. So, sit back. Yes. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now find your own breath. Find your own rhythm. To do this, maybe do it more slowly. So in Tai Chi, this is beginning, and then this is push. Except you sort of roll the hands. Instead of push, it's rolling. Okay. Let's just do one more. Okay. Next one, taught by Master Lee, Tricia Yu's studio. So this is boat rowing in the sea. So we start out in your stance, and the arms, we're going to go up and then back behind the body. So up. Okay. Now when they go up, we're going to bend at the waist and stick the butt out, and then when they go back, we'll straighten up. Find your breath. When the body folds, that's an out breath. And when the body straightens up, that's an in breath. You can do this very gently, or you can do it deeply if you want more of a workout. Sort of sit down more. Good. Let's do two more. Okay. Very good. Now you might notice tingling in your hands, and you might notice heat in your face, particularly in your hands. So these are signs of qi, life force energy moving in the body. It manifests in many ways. Two of them are tingling and heat. Okay, next one, swimming eastward. Okay, so we begin like this. And we'll start with your right hand, or it doesn't matter. So we're just going to turn in that direction and drop the arm. Come back. So turn. Turn. It's the turning and the dropping that moves the arm. The arm is just sort of hanging there. This is also called gathering qi from behind. This includes the whole area behind the body, the back and behind, which we usually ignore. Do not worry about doing this correctly. Just move with your breath. It's very beautiful. Qigong is very beautiful. Even beginners, it doesn't matter. Because their movements are natural. When this arm drops, it's a natural arc. Now, about the smile. So the smile in Qigong is like the smile of the Mona Lisa, which is based on the smile of the Buddha. It's just a little smile. And we all know that the world is far from perfect. And we all know that there's trouble and suffering, and we know all of that, and we're not denying that. The smile just means, in this moment, I'm okay. Okay, let's do 2 more on each side. Good. Just drop into your posture here. Notice the breath. Notice sensations in the body. Check out if your chin is sort of dropped a little, if your feet are equally weighted. Next one is fun. It's called Crane Walks the Riverbank. Okay. So the hand movement, just start here. So let the left hand come up and the right hand go back. Good. And then switch. And you can dip your knees a little. These are the crane's wings. Okay, good. Okay, now the legs, so shift to the left and lift your foot and set it back. Shift to the right. Shift. Good. Very good. Now we add the hands, so that it's the opposite hand. So if we're going to lift the right leg, the left hand goes up, or vice versa, and back down. Then the other one. Shift the weight, lift, back down. Good. And now find your breath. When you lift the leg, that foot is relaxed. This is incredibly good for balance. If you do this once a week for a few minutes, it might save you hip replacement. Really and truly. It's just an exaggerating walk. Now let's make it more subtle. practice walking meditation, you can do it this way. Just lift your hand a little bit. And it brings the mind fully into the body because you're moving not only your foot, you're moving your hand. Reduce the movement. Very good. Okay, very good. Check the time. Let's go ahead and sit. Have something to see.
And again, just sort of smooth yourself into your sitting. You don't have to just sit. Suddenly now I'm sitting. So just sort of let your body align itself in the sitting meditation posture. If you have a hand mudra that you like, then do that. In the Taoist system, a very simple one is to just take your left hand and then put your right hand under it and cross your thumbs. That's the yin and yang mudra. You can, if you look at it, you can sort of see that symbol, that yin and yang symbol with the thumbs. It's sort of like that. Or you can place your hands on your legs, or you can touch your two fingers to your thumb, or however you want to. What we say to the guys in prison is, it doesn't matter as long as you sit still. Don't move. So again, let's just scan the body to check our posture. Is your chin sticking up? If it is, sort of drop it down. You can move your shoulders, drop them down. Feet are flat on the floor. Okay. So, focusing on the sensations of the breath now. We feel the breath two ways. One is the movement of the body, particularly the belly and the chest. And the other is the contact of the air on our skin, on our nasal passages and our trachea and lungs and so on. In addition to sensing the air coming and going and the body moving, we're going to use our imagination. And as we breathe, we're going to imagine breathing in. We'll start with the top of the head. So with the in-breath, we imagine breathing light from the universe down through the crown of the head and into the chest. With the out-breath, we breathe that air out down the body and out the bottoms of the feet. In-breath, breathe down. Out-breath, breathe down and out. good. Now, once we breathe out and down, with the in-breath, we're going to breathe up from the earth, breathe light up from the earth through the feet, up into the chest, the in-breath. With the out-breath, breathe out the top of the head and into the cosmos. Then, breathe in and breathe down from the cosmos, and then breathe out. So we're making a cycle. And with all Qigong practice, we're engaging the mind with our attention and sometimes with visualization. And we're feeling it. At the same time we're imagining it, we're feeling it. What would it feel like to breathe the light of the stars down through the crown of the head and fill up the body with it, with the torso? What would that feel like? What would it feel like to expel that down the legs and down into the earth? What would it feel like to breathe earth energy, earth light up into the chest? And what would it feel like to breathe it out and out up into the universe? So we're imagining this and we're sensing it at the same time. Very good. And as this is focusing on water, so we'll breathe the waterfall. So that comes down. So with the in-breath, we breathe the waterfall or the light down into the body. With the out-breath, it continues down into the earth. And we bring the attention up around the body and repeat. So this is the waterfall. Only it's not water exactly, it's light. You can use your eyes, if they're closed, you can use your eyes to direct your attention. So you can look up, and as you breathe the light down, the eyes move down, watching it come down. And then they look down when it goes out, and then they go back to up again. This is just like the cloud, which is up above, raining down, goes down through the body, down into the earth, then evaporates back up. Or if you've ever had the pleasure of sitting beneath a small waterfall, so we're one with the cycle of water as it comes down from the sky into the earth, evaporates up, repeat. ready, let go of the intention and the visualization. Just focus on the sensations in the body. Dropping the attention down to the lower dantian in the middle of the body, below the navel. This is the seat of the embryonic body, or the embryonic breath. And so we were all at one time, each one of us, floating in the sea of our mother's womb. We were one with that water. The next in-breath, bringing the attention up to the heart. Perhaps you can feel the heart beating, sense the blood moving through the veins and arteries, capillaries of the body. Moving our attention up to our mouth, sensing the water in our mouth. And aware that the whole body is full of water, all the cells. And now moving up to the brain, to the mind, just watching to see if thoughts appear in the mind. Mind may be quite still. Eventually a thought will appear. Notice it. With the out-breath, let it disappear. This is the fluidity of the mind. Thoughts, emotions, physical sensations arise and pass away. Leaving just the space. And the consciousness that is observing and experiencing this. Where that the water in the body is moving through the body on its own volition. Breathing the moisture out. The body itself is constantly changing. The contents of the mind are fluid. everything in the composite realm arises and passes away. And we are aware of that process. Okay, very good. Now we're getting to the end of the class, and we'll end as we always do with the breathing the stars meditation. And with this one, we'll feel the breath coming and going. And the visualization is that with the in-breath, we breathe in light through the pores of the skin from all directions, from behind, left, right, front. From all directions, we breathe light in and light up the body. With the out-breath, all the light goes out through the pores of the skin into the area around the body, and then repeat. Be sure to be aware of the area behind the body. The next step in breathing the stars is to imagine the body as a constellation in the night sky. With the in-breath, it fills with light and lights up. With the out-breath, all the stars go back to their places. The body is empty. Very good. Now let's let go of the intention and the visualization and just feel the breath in the body. Notice sensations in the body. And notice the mood of the mind or heart. Okay, very good. Now, as you're ready, a good way to begin to emerge from the practice is to start wiggling your toes. And move your fingers a little bit, and then just slowly move your body a little bit. Maybe you've gotten a little stiff. And then just naturally just come back into this space. Okay, and it's useful to just take a moment and notice. So we notice the body, how it feels. And we can also notice the mind, because we're more than the body, and we're also more than the mind. We can notice the mind. Is it still? Is it busy? What is it doing? And what's the emotional quality? Okay, very good. All right, well, let's do our closing. This is where we take our glasses off. Okay, in the count of 3, we clap our hands one time. 1, 2, 3. heat. And then massage the eye sockets with the heels of your hands. Make circles. And do whatever you want just to relax the muscles in the face. You can massage the temples, the ears, the upper jaw. You can sort of comb back your hair with your fingernails if you want to. Whatever feels good. And then you sort of finish and just sort of smooth yourself down a little bit. Almost every Qigong teacher I've studied with always finish by making loose fists and tapping your kidneys 49 times. But who's counting? Tap your kidneys. And this is said to sort of seal in the qi in the body. And then massage your kidneys with the backs of your hands. Okay, and since this is Dharma too, we dedicate the merit of our practice. And this means that we practice for ourselves and for our own personal well-being. We also practice for those who are in our circle. So everyone here in this room, everyone who you love, everyone who you know, and that we're practicing for them as well, okay? So may the fruits of our practice benefit all beings. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings everywhere be free. And then we're bowing to each other. And we're bowing to the practice that was brought to us through these generations. So thank you all for your presence. Thank you for your practice. And the bibliography is here if you want to get one. And I'm willing to stay 15 or 20 minutes if you have any questions or comments about it. The last thing I would say is this will be the most beneficial if you practice this in some way every day. And I'm not going to tell you you have to do this for half an hour and this is what you have to do. But just set the intention to practice something, even if it's just standing for 10 minutes. Or any of the practices we did in any order. We did a lot of them. And they're on the video if you want to renew them. But if you just set the intention tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock before the kids are up or whatever, and see what comes up for you and do that. That will increase the benefit a lot. Okay? Next time will be air. All right. Thank you.